And finally, we got our second match of the evening. It is going to be Nixus in blue versus Team Flare A in orange. K7, bring in that play-by-play that Slits has been missing.
All right, well, here we go. We had Nixus winning the tip-off, pushing in on a really strong offense right off the bat. Ball's flying up into the corner. Gravity trying to do something with it, unable to do so. Nick missing his shot. Glitchless taking control of the ball, pushing it forward. Here comes Zoe, knocking the ball back into orange territory, off the wall, up into the air. Good defense by Soul. Right into the weight and arms of Gravity as he bounces it up against the wall. Nice little double tap off the wall. And here comes Glitch, trying for the defense, unable to do so. Nick bashes it up against the back of the wall. And Zoe getting control of the ball, pushing it in the corner. Nice defense there by Team Flare. Nice defense there by Team Flare. And go for the shot, unable to do so as Glitch makes a fantastic stop. Punching it into the corner as Team Flare regains control of the ball. Soul trying to do something with it in the air. Nice move! Juggling it in the air with the bicycle kick. Punching it in for an early 1-0 lead. Just look at that replay there. My God, what a play. What do you got there on that one? Oh, man.
Man, a strong start to the series for Team Flare A by all accounts. But I would not count out the Nixus yet. And I know, given everything that's been going on, Sade, Zozo, whatever you want to call him, he's definitely got something to prove and possibly a chip on his shoulder. So keep an eye on him. I'm expecting a few surprise plays.
Indeed, indeed. As we keep going, that was a beautiful offensive push there by Team Flare, but stopped by Nixus right at the goal line. But the offense keeps pushing forward, back and forth. Oh, Luis unable to make the connection midair on that cross. As Nick tries to get control of the ball, gets stopped midfield by Glitch. Glitch taking control of it, knocking it forward, punching it at the goal. Nice shot there, but Gravity was not fooled as he makes a defensive stop. Nixus trying to get control of the ball, trying to get it out of their own territory as Nick gets control, tips it over one defender, but unable to get it past the second one as Gravity needs to come back on defense as the ball gets punched into the back wall. We got Zozo knocking it up into the ceiling, punching it there, and Gravity getting on the receiving end, trying to do something, but Glitch with that midfield defense, staying strong, keeping it into the territory, but answered right back by Nixus, and back and forth by Soul. We have ourselves a back and forth midfield battle. Not much coming, but as I say that, beautiful shot off the wall, nice pass back into the mid, and Luis burying it home. Just watch what Glitch does, chips it into the wall, nice little love tap, as Luis staying with it for the shot before anyone can respond in kind. Wow, what a play. But all right, as we continue on, we had Gravity taking the rebound off that tip-off as they're trying to... They got to do something in this game because right now, Team Flare A holds a 2-0 lead. And Gravity receiving the ball off that shot. I don't think that was just trying to push forward, but unable to do so. Luis staying with the ball. Beautiful defense, getting it over the head of Zozo. Knocking it midfield on that cross. Gravity getting control of the ball, getting it past one defender, but he gets a little tip on it into the weight and arms of Soul as he's flying in the air. Luis unable to capitalize. Ball kind of dies right in front of the goal there as Gravity tries to do something of it, but Glitch with that front court defense pushing forward. Luis bouncing off the wall, open goal, unable to do so, and the cross and the score! I thought that was going to be a shot and I was mistaken. Luis, the self pass, the double tap off the back wall, and Soul with the goal. Beautiful, beautiful play. That was a nice little flick pass there, and Team Flare A now takes a 3-0 lead. Do you think Nixus can pull out anything on this one, or is it looking like a guaranteed win at this point with 2 to go?
Here you see Team Flare A bringing in that trademark ogre offense. Harsh, powerful, and relentless.
That is absolutely true. That offense is going, but as we say that, Nixus finally gets themselves on the board with a nice little counter goal there. Taking advantage of essentially a pass by Glitch off the back corner, right into his own weight and arms, and Gravity buries it home into the middle of the goal. As Nixus is able to cut into that goal, we are not seeing a shutout right now. But as we have our next tip-off, we have Team Flare winning that one, going for trying to go for some play right there, but unable to do so. Ball getting bounced off the corner. Here comes Nick with the defensive play, blowing up one opponent, but unable to get it past Luis, who stops it on defense. But there's Gravity up in the air for a nice defensive stop. Ball bouncing off the ceiling, unable to capitalize on the cross there. And Nixus is able to regain control of the ball. Soul missed the midfield block, but there's Luis with a long shot, and everyone was caught flat-footed on that one. And Team Flare A answer back with another goal. It is now 4-1.
Team Flare A showing why they are currently one of the undefeated teams in Division 2. With a great goal.
Indeed. Yeah, they are absolutely proving that right now. As we know, it is still only game 1. All right, nice play there, but nice play there by Nick trying to do something on defense. They only have 45 seconds left to go to pull 3 goals out of their hats. But that is a tall task with the way that Team Flare A has been playing right now. Nice little midfield play by Glitch, but stopped by Gravity as it goes back and forth, bouncing midfield. Soul, nice little tap there, trying to make a play out of it, unable to do so as Nick gets control of the ball, ends up getting rammed by his own teammate. Unlucky break there, but there's Nick regain control of the ball. Nice little chip, but there's Soul back on defense, making the save. But there's Gravity midfield trying to do something, bouncing off the wall, but Soul gets control of the ball once again, gets it past one defender, but not able to get it past the second one as the ball bounces midfield. Once again, I sound like a broken record right now, but there's Luis with trying to make something out of it. Gravity bouncing up off the ceiling. Luis and Zozo crashing into each other. Zozo making a save as the ball hits the ground, and that is game 1. Team Flare A taking this one 4-1.
A commanding performance from my team. Very much commanding. But this is game 1 in a best of 5. Nixus, they now have a better idea of who they're dealing with, and I'm expecting game 2 onwards to be much closer than this, but we'll see.
Indeed. That was a strong performance right now. How much do you think could be accounted for that because they're bringing in someone who has not really played with them very often in a league setting? Do you think that may have come into play, trying to find some sort of team cohesion, some teamwork, what's the word? I can't think of the word right now, but chemistry, that's it. It's funny because I actually aced chemistry way back when, but that's beside the point. All right, but as you see, we had 2 goals from Soul, 2 goals from Luis, off of 9 shots compared to the 1 goal on 3 shots on goal for Nixus. Yes. It's like, yeah. As with most games, you can't score unless you're taking shots. So Team Flare A taking advantage of quite a few shots and capitalizing on about half of them. So good on them for Team Flare A. But as I say that, we are getting ready for match 2 of this best of 5 series between Team Flare A and Nixus. Division 2 play coming right up.
Absolutely, and as we know, Team Flare A got the first win in a commanding fashion. Let's see if Nixus can get some kind of chemistry with their new player for this 1 week. This 1 match.
Indeed. And Zozo he has been playing pretty well, but unfortunately the teamwork is just not there just yet. But that was a nice defensive play by him, trying to chip it over the head of Luis, but Luis is not fooled, bashing it into the ceiling. Soul trying to do something, but Nick with a nice defensive play, blasting it deep into orange territory. Gravity, midfield stop, bounces off the back wall, spiked into the corner. Nick bouncing it once again. Glitch, though, staying with it, knocking it into the wall himself, trying to just breaking up the play, every play that they can. And there's Glitch once again. Nice little bicycle kick into the corner. Nick going for a pinch shot, unable to do so as Luis is able to make the clear and bounces it up the wall. Long shot, nice connection mid-air, but it bashes off the top of the crossbar. But Glitch there on the rebound, and so unable to get around the ball fast enough. And Team Flare A taking a 1-0 lead within a minute. Oh, unlucky break there for Zozo. No, he tried to get around it, but unfortunately the ball was going just too fast, and it ended up being an own goal. That ball was going in regardless. So, unfortunately, he tried, but utterly was just not enough.
I couldn't tell very well from the replay, but the Glitchless just dodged a gosh darn bump when he made that shot.
He might have, actually. I don't know. I was too busy looking at the ball going into the goal. But here comes Soul on the offense, pushing it forward, but Zoe with a nice save, bashing it midfield. Glitchless trying to do something in midair. He does. Keeps it going forward. Soul on the receiving end, going up the wall, going off the ceiling, but is unable. Oh, he does! He juggles it and stopped by Gravity. That play has happened enough times that Gravity was able to read it this time, and he was able to make the stop. All right, but as we continue on, the ball gets blasted into Team Flare territory, trying to do Nixus trying to do something. Bounce it up the wall. Ball's floating in front of the goal, off the ceiling, but there's Luis with a perfectly timed defensive stop. All right, but Nick staying with the ball. Here comes Zoe, bouncing it off the wall. Glitch trying to do something. Soul ends up getting the ball in his own hands, but Luis knocks it out of the hands of his teammate, and there was no one there to receive it aside from someone from Nixus. Gravity trying to do something with it, unable to do so. Luis making a nice defensive play off his own team's corner as they try to push the ball forward, but here comes Nick off the rebound and off-target shot. But here comes the cross, and Soul makes the stop this time. Here comes Gravity midfield. Offense staying strong, but there's Luis with the save. The defense is not breaking off a nice offensive push by Nixus. Beautiful, beautiful defensive plays there. But as we continue on, ball is just flying back and forth midfield, bouncing it into the ceiling, going for the shot off the top, and unlucky break there as it blasts off the side of the goalpost. As the ball is now back in midfield, Nick unable to stay with it midair. Ball is floating back into Nix's territory. Here comes Zoe trying to do something with it, ends up getting bumped and crossed out of existence. Nick trying to get something with the ball. Can they make the stop? He does. Gravity is able to get back and make the stop off what looked like a pretty nice fast break opportunity. And Gravity taking out some frustration, sending Glitch into the great unknown. All right, but here comes the ball again. Glitch and Soul. Who knows who's getting the ball? I don't know if there's any communication going on because that looked like a bit of a miscommunication there. All right, but here comes the ball once again. Oh, Luis getting bumped out of the way, but there's Glitch off the shot. Oh, unlucky break there. Soul trying to knock the defender out of the way, unable to do so as Gravity ends up making a nice defensive stop and the save. But as I say that, I think that was almost an own goal there by Glitch off a shot by Gravity. But as I say that, the ball gets sent back into Nexus territory. And Nick trying to do something with it, unable to do so as Glitch makes another defensive stop midfield. And the ball goes flying into Flare territory. Luis making the defense happen. But there's Gravity with a shot off the top of the wall and stopped by two players. That means an open goal, but can they capitalize? No, not yet. They're able to get back in time as Zoe is unable to make a fast shot there. A little too slow and able to get everyone back on defense. And the self-pass does not come through, but Luis misses that planned air block. Zoe with the ball. Here's the shot off the back wall. Go for the double tap. A little too much, and it punches it into the corner. Unfortunate break there for Nixus, as that could have been a goal. But the ball gets bounced into Team Flare territory. Once again, we have 10 seconds left in Game 2. 1-0 right now, Team Flare. Can Nixus pull off a goal midfield? No, not yet. Ball goes flying at Nixus goal, and Gravity trying to do something with the ball. Unable to do so as the ball is floating mid-air. Glitch with the stop, and that is Game 2.
You guys notice just how low scoring that game was compared to Game 1? I sure as heck noticed, because Nixus defense just leveled up to darn near max if you want to go down the RPG terminology or metaphorical stuff. It's actually pretty cool, but I wish they had gotten the defense up before they got scored on.
Indeed, indeed. That 1 minute score was the difference. Glitchless with a nice play there. Very low scoring game in this one, but Team Flare A's defense did not crumble at all. And as such, Team Flare takes Game 2, putting them up 2-0 in this series.
We got a sweep situation coming in, a potential sweep, but we've seen how much Nixus improved defensively, and we've seen them get some shots at the goal, but they really need to step up their game on offense. They need to shoot the ball. You can't score if you can't shoot.
Indeed. But as you saw, there were a couple shots on goal. 5 for Team Flare with only one going in, with 3 shots on goal by Nixus. Because that was an absolute defensive clinic by both teams. But unfortunately for Nixus, they were the ones who cracked first, and that was the only crack that we saw this series so far.
An excellent point. Only one crack, but that was all it took. Let's see if there are any cracks this time around as we go into Game 3. And whoa, speaking of cracks, that shot went way wide, much to Nixus's joy and relief.
Indeed. But the ball gets just floating there, giving Luis enough time to just barrel himself in for the shot. But the shot goes right into the corner. But there's Sol with a nice defensive play midfield, going for the juggle, going for the shot, and stopped by Zoe. He read that one the entire way. That was a beautiful play. And Nick, deciding that he wanted the ball instead, ends up punching his own teammate out of the way, trying to do an offensive push, but unable to make anything of it as he stopped midfield. Ball gets bounced back and forth once again midfield as Nixus is on the offensive again, but then it gets changed back and forth. Sol with the midfield shot, and Nick with the defensive stop. Nice play there. All right, as we continue on, Sol going for the shot. And not quite, as it crashes off the crossbar. Zoe with a long shot, going for a fast break, unable to do so as Glitch is back on defense, planting themselves right in front of the ball and stopping anything from happening there. Ball's bouncing in the corner on the Nixus side, as who knows who gets the ball. There's one miss, there's 2 misses. Luis trying to. Actually, it looks like Luis went for the defensive bump instead of the ball. Glitch, though, midfield, taking control of the ball. Nick, frustrated on that, blows Luis up and knocks him into the unknown. Ball gets bounced off the crossbar on that shot by Team Flare. As the ball gets bounced up off the back wall, can they do something with it? No! Glitch is able to make the stop, knocking it out of the way, preventing Nixus from being able to get a lead this series. But as we see it right now, we have 3 minutes left to play. Score is still 0-0. Who's gonna crack first? Oh my god, this game is going back and forth. Midfield, all the defense, all the plays, all the stops. Oh, Sol with the shot off the crossbar. And Luis blowing up Nick. Can they take advantage of this? Nope, we have 2 misses in the corner, but Nick is able to recover. Chips it over 1, but not over 2. I think that was Sol who was able to make the stop. And the shot! Goal! Nice little cross shot that crashes into the corner. And as such, Team Flare A getting their 1-0 lead.
Oh, straight up threading the needle right there. Can you look at that properly?
Indeed. I wonder if they've been practicing that, because that was a pinpoint self-pass, self-shot.
They're clearly well practiced, and speaking of which, we got another well-practiced shot.
And there you go. There you go once again. Sol, this time, doing a pinpoint shot from the other side. It's like they practiced it or something.
I think PSYONIX was just waiting for the right opportunity to strut his stuff, and now that he started strutting, he cannot bring himself to stop. And suddenly, this whole darn field is his runway, so to speak. Okay, all jokes aside, that was great.
Indeed, right? In this game so far, Sol has been unleashed with 2 goals, both nice thread the needle ground goals from opposite corners. So we had our crisscross applesauce shots going on here. Can he make it a third? No, he's unable to keep the juggle going midair. But there's Glitch with the shot instead, but this time Nick was able to get in position, making the stop and keeping the score at 2-0. And here comes Glitch with yet another shot, and stopped this time by Zoe, as Zoe makes a nice last-second save. Trying to get control of the ball. Ball's just floating there, giving Team Flare enough time to try to get themselves back in position. But there's Grav, and he's stopped by Luis midfield. Nick getting control of the ball midfield once again, getting bumped, getting knocked out of the way. Can he do something? Looks like he's just passing it back to his own goal. But instead, Gravity was there on the receiving end of that pass. and trying to do something with it, but he is the only one there. He is a lonely offensive player because, unfortunately, Nick was not able to get back on offense fast enough. But there's Zoe staying on defense, preventing the game from getting more out of hand. But there's Nick with the shot and the goal! Beautiful, beautiful play there. Let's watch the replay. Ball is just waiting there. Bounces it off the wall, self-pass, and the shot, knocking it into the goal and cutting the lead in half. Team Flare 2, Nixus 1, 1 minute left to go.
That's just enough game time to tie the game up. I want to see an overtime. That would be really cool, but let's see what happens.
We got ourselves quite a bit of air rolls, as we see in the game chat. Pardon me. All right, but there's nice offensive push by Team Flare, but Nixus is able to stay on defense, getting the ball rolling. Zoe with the little chip, but read like a book by Team Flare and Soul. He makes the stop, trying to do something with it. Nice long shot there by Nick, but just off target and just slow enough for Nick for Glitchless to get back in it on time. Beautiful pass and off the back wall. Just a little too much mustard on that. All right, but here comes Luis bouncing it off the wall. Here's the cross and the missed shot. Unlucky break there as Glitch was unable to get himself to the ball in time. But there's Soul on defense, knocking the ball up off the back wall, preventing any offense from happening. But there's Nick going for it. Ball's floating in front of the goal and scored by Gravity.
8 seconds
Beautiful
remaining.
Play.
I apologize for interrupting, but that was amazing. Let's take a look at. Wow! They both wanted equally, and they bumped into each other along the way. That was actually pretty cool.
Indeed. That was a beautiful cross pass into the waiting arms of two players. It's like they heard me to get on offense, and they did. And here's the shot.
Whoa,
and Luis with the last-second game-saving stop. And here we go into overtime.
Giving me a heart attack? Why don't you? Come on.
Indeed. Indeed, you're giving me heart attacks here. But here's the offensive push by Flare in overtime, and Glitch unable to center it and ends up burying it into the side post. Ball's bouncing midfield. Here it comes off the top of the wall, and the shot and the save by Soul. We have two great saves in overtime. Who's going to be the first to crack? We have 2-2. Nick bouncing it off the ceiling once again. Nice little move. Now, nice little bounce, but there's Soul reading it. Going for the little juggle. Nice job. Pinching it off the corner. Here's the pass and the shot and the stop. Beautiful stop there by Gravity. But then he stopped in his own territory by Glitch. But unfortunately, the defense is not able to make the stop. And Team Flare A getting the goal in overtime and completing the sweep. Unlucky break there by Gravity. Unable to make the stop. And as such, Team Flare A is your winner.